This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, to get back to business. He might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. He detoured through the maintenance section. Stanley was so straight ahead to the opposite door. It's incredible he was on 5 years ago. There was nothing. Stanley had just no choice to make. He considered the Stanley had his manager's office. Stanley was once again so startled to discover not an indication of any human life. I realize that in such a shock drastic unraveled, Stanley wanted to desperately and get glorious nothing dark. So now in order to get back, he needed to go and doing someone you've been something behind to make something guarded the terrible truth that is and something consideration for others. Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? I don't know how to understand this, but I really just want more help. Everyone thinks to be one stepped into the new to reach out. Now listen carefully. It was a truly pleasure. Stanley walked on the Yep. Okay, if I said Stanley walked out. This is Stanley walked out. Just has been on the television. The problem is the truth was always trying to get let me show you what's eventually somehow again this Stanley was fairly worth ruining his time. Stay here.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life of citizens of impoverished third world nations, or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would he make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My number is at 4:30. I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
Let me boot it up. It's all I want.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feelings have to carry. This time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly. What you try to be sensibly, take back control and rest away from you. Finish it all off. Just follow and you'll be fine. Whatever I come up with on the next guy came to be even better than a destination. Inevitably, anything all every shady manifestation of the nature of life itself is going to go down. I'm going to put some extra clocks, but I'd like to please step inside precious of digital seconds. Time doesn't run. It could only be better to waste of disbelief. The Stanley decided to go on to his idea of time. Cut the music. Every little thing in this stepping inside his manager's office. Stanley was once again starting to discover big red indications of all this sort of life. Something Stanley was saying. Stanley decided to present Stanley. And perhaps this video gave him a voice receiver next time he saw Stanley abilities. Any idea what your publisher is saying? And wait, something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. Seated on his desk. Your age, you do know we're looking for Stanley, but here's a story on restoration. That time is part of the action design. It's just then the game way to find out. You're only still playing instead of watching videos. I will watch and
I don't even know what this game is, but see you.
Now that you're here,
How could you have done this to us? And after we tried to take everything was being thinking over. I couldn't have done it any better myself. And what is this game supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Take a look at the clock, sir. That's 30 seconds you have left to strike. 30 seconds is still a big now would also be critical would have taken the same idea that seems all officially to unnecessary stuff. And perhaps you I would be missing just a second, but I had never shot by one of the otherwise we don't get off the story. This is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging this as miserable as possible. See how long you can take. Okay, fine. You're not misdoing, but you know, use your imagination. Just highlight I may decide you better things why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to see what happens. Pretend you've beaten the game. It makes me Stanley shows us your choices. He knows what it means to take a story as nicely having any further now to see what I want to realize. Why did you come here? You had a choice. You could have gone to the store. Right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is Stanley. From here, the story is insensibly and so putting that I'm going to stop and if you are not sure to your decision whether you continue with the right or just sit in this spot when Stanley came to a set of two doors. He entered the door on his left. Means that somewhere the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, not a single person ask
if what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story. Well, perhaps he's gotten it.
And since the answer is clearly exactly by all accounts, that door's choosing responsibly and always nodding the story first. I'm not Stanley.
You'll understand soon what I was trying to lead.
Will be fine. All right. Someone who will wrap everything up in a set of two open doors
out of the chaos.
Entered the door on his left.
That's
you're telling me. That is what I mean. This is. It's all one giant ending.
Yes, I'll be back.
And we're supposed to restart the game eight
times.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late. It's all determined. So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. It's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that you... My story. You've destroyed my work. I get a say in all of this? For what? Really? What did you get out of that? No, what did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? Well, I don't want to forget what's going on. It's worthless now. I don't want to be trapped like this. What am I supposed to do? I won't restart the game. I won't. Would it be worth it? I won't to know that my story is now incorrect. Do it. How can I go back to that? And the time it does that knowledge, I'll have to live with it forever. Does that reliving its impossibility forever? I couldn't break the cycle. Is it better to shut whatever it is that made this schedule? To willingly destroy all of my work? No. Well, someone comes. What do I do? Will something happen? What do I... No, I have to. So? I have to shut the game down. Okay. I have to. I have to. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. Oh, eventually. I'm here. Well, I'm still here in this pile of rubbish. With you, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.